Hello and welcome to Dire Bear. It's Tuesday night, so of course that means we're playing Valley by Night, our Vampire 5th Edition action. I'll be your storyteller for the evening, Jason, and with me as usual will be Duba playing Walter, Sarah playing Emma, Eric playing Kyle, Jeremy playing Egidio, and Rappy playing Iola. Who remembers what happened last week?
You got possessed. Twice.
Alright, so other than Egidio getting possessed,
Ada was into it. Ada was totally into it.
Ada was into it, and Egidio was into it.
You got to see the two mage types just nerding out.
Yeah, that was a thing.
And all of that was to question the
hunter.
Right, the leader of at least the sale of hunters that you took out.
Mm-hmm.
The only person who knows that Egidio fell victim to dominate is Iola.
So you got a little bit of information out of him.
Mm-hmm.
Egidio went and buried him where no one will ever find him. No one has a clue where he's at. Mostly.
Dumbass.
Oops. Don't like that.
It's just a crow. It's nothing to worry about.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that.
We
learned about that last time.
They're often active in the wee hours of the morning before the sun comes up.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, look, they are around your domain. Sometimes to your benefit. But yes, you figured out there were 3 sales of hunters. You found out what some of their protocols were, if a sale got wiped out. And you had one of the other barons sent some people to keep an eye on the trailer park that you fought them at, just to see if anybody else shows up. And then I believe after all the questioning and disposing of bodies, we went into a time jump. So it's going to be about 2 months later. So I think July. Yeah, we were in May. Yeah. So it's about July now. The city has been very quiet. There's no official truce between the Cam and the Anarchs, but everybody's just kind of kept keeping their head down to see if it's over. The folks that one of the other barons sent out to watch the trailer park didn't really have anything to report. That night, of course, the police had it covered up because y'all basically set all the had blown up all the trailers. Like I think I mentioned last week, the newspaper is running with the idea that it was a bunch of meth labs in this thought to be unused trailer park. And like I said, there's been no hunter activity, or at least nothing blatant in the past 2 months. So you had various projects going on, as we were discussing before the stream started. You spent a lot of time beefing up domain security. You've expanded the domain slightly to take in some of those neighborhoods to the west that you were already basically patrolling and having to keep an eye on.
Yeah.
To help make your hunting a little easier, at least. I believe Emma was setting up her soup kitchen to help the homeless and the vampires that are having trouble feeding. It's really a win-win.
Community relations on both sides.
Right. GDO, I think, was also beefing up the blood center.
Just a little ad campaign. A little money goes a long way.
Mm-hmm. Well, you're basically like firming up your kind of indirect control of the place. And you've had some, good results from that ad campaign you ran earlier. You're having more people come in and donate blood.
Gotta have a bunch of kids that just like very sad looking kids with a slow zoom.
And that Eyes of the Angel song playing.
Yeah.
Or maybe some sound alike. I mean,
Legally
this is
distinct.
Alabama. I don't know what your budget is.
Legally distinct.
And I believe you had broken off relations with Stafford.
We did, yes.
And officially given him the
broke
no
it
answer.
off. Yeah.
Yep.
At this time, our business interests do not align.
And he had more or less withdrawn his emissary. Or I should say basically rejected your emissary. Though there are certain lines of communication still open. There is still a procedure that you can send messages.
Yeah.
Just nobody has.
Mm-hmm.
So as you wake up this evening, give me rouse checks.
I will once I get back upstairs.
Would our hunger had reset to anything over those 2 months?
That's fair. Let's say. What were your hungers currently at?
Kyle was at 3.
I think I'm
Video-
at...
Egidio was also at 3.
I don't know. I'm about to come and check.
Okay.
Luckily,
So-
I was at 2.
I'll say, depending on how this goes, it'll be coming 4 or 2.
Iola was at a 1, so she's fine.
Okay, we'll just go with what you're at. None of you were freakishly low after the fight after that previous fight or anything. So.
All right. So Kyle's at 4 then. He's gonna go
Egidio-
find some food.
Egidio is also going to get food.
I'm
Oh,
gonna
these 2
get
months have
hungrier.
been
Woohoo!
I
Oof.
succeed. Yay.
Oh,
something.
also at 4. Let's go eat.
Oh no.
Who needs snackies?
All right, I believe Kyle has been concentrating on just hunting animals.
Yeah.
Are you taking Shiloh with you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it said it added added 2 to my dice pool for hunting to have him with me.
Yes. Pack hunting.
Yep. Alright. Am I difficult?
Pardon?
Question.
Mhm.
Would the Choss difficulty reduction affect me being specifically hunting animals? Like larger animals?
Hi, child.
We'll say it does. We'll say you've figured out, you've spent some of that time figuring out where the biggest concentration of them is. Maybe you've put out some corn or, done something to kind of seed the area, draw them in.
Okay, that's fair.
Oh, and we just had somebody start following.
Oh?
Ooh.
Carmageddon, Canada.
Carmageddon Canada. That sounds like a video game I've played.
Yeah.
There's a lot of geese in it.
Yep.
Geese and
Mhm.
moose.
I'm just imagining it being a third-person shooter, but every time you shoot something, you hear the main character apologize.
Sorry.
Okay. I'm going to burn a willpower to try to suppress a messy critical.
All right.
Okay. I do suppress it because that critical turned into a failure. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
I also got 5 successes on my feed.
All right. So Kyle fails on his hunt.
With 5 successes?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was thinking about the messy critical, and you moving that up to. You meant the dice. You got the.
Yeah.
We've got the messy critical on. That dice became a failure. I thought you meant the roll became a failure.
No. Yeah. It would have been like 7 successes or something like that, but
messy.
But messy, yeah. Like maybe he accidentally hunted Shiloh instead or something.
Oh
Don't
no.
put that into the
Don't give him
world.
ideas.
Or
He
you've just
probably
been
already
awash in
had the
blood,
idea.
teeth sunk into the neck of this deer, and like a Bigfoot hunter would walk by and snap a picture of you or something, you know.
Something like that. But anyway, yeah, 5
Okay,
successes.
so yeah, you and Shiloh hunt you down a deer.
Okay, that's 2 hunger off, so I'm at 2 now.
He munches on the entrails. He really likes his hunting with you.
Yeah. Oh, point of order. There is 2 things that Kyle did have set up. They said we are gonna do RP it out after the time skip.
Oh yes.
So it's just whenever we get to it.
And so, Gio, what did you say you got on your roll?
5.
Okay.
Mercifully, no crits.
All right. So you swing by the blood bank, or the blood center.
Yep.
And your guys got you a little, it's like you show up with an empty cooler, and you swap it out for an identical full cooler.
Good system.
You got it down to almost a science now.
It's like we've been doing it for 4 months. I do make like idle chit chat, like, oh, well, have there been a lot of people coming in and making donations?
Oh yeah, the numbers have picked up. I'm a little concerned because there's been some talk that we probably need to institute more, doing more COVID tests before we take the blood, since so much of the blood is being, found to be contaminated.
You're clever. I have faith in you. And I appreciate you. Takes it. Heads up.
And he appreciates the money that you've been giving.
Yeah. It's not like an empty cooler. It's a cooler with money in it. It just like that's how we swap it off.
Oh, that's actually a pretty good idea.
No paper trail.
Well,
Well, the paper trail is at least non-sequential.
that's true.
All right, Emma, you said you were hunting?
Yep, got a 4.
Okay.
Just as the usual. Oh, you have some food. Except you don't, and you are now food.
All right, how much do you drain from them? You have no.
2.
It's become your typical routine of just into the apartment building or up to the house.
2.
Okay. So you do no harm.
Do no harm. Leave some orange juice. Maybe a couple iron pills or something.
Really, it's good for them. In a day or two, when they've got that fresh blood, they'll feel better.
Mm-hmm.
You're not a parasite. You're more of a symbiote. And then I think Walter was fine and Iola were fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
All right. So Walter, what do you do when you first get up, since you don't have to hunt?
Basically, it would be just standard procedure of checking in with the local NOS. He'd be probably checking in on some of the stuff he's invested over the time skip. Making sure people cross their T's, dot their I's, and paperwork is according. If everything is according, he'll probably get her ready to put on Emma's desk come nightfall.
Okay.
Mm.
You know, part of that theming
See.
up is you have set up cameras in some areas that you now have NOS members of the community kind of monitoring.
Hmm.
And I'm sure they have a method of communicating with Miles. So that if they spot trouble, they can send the brute squad right away.
Yeah.
But so you're checking in with him. Everything seems to be on the up and up. For the most part, the hullabaloo of the past couple of weeks, or been 2 months ago now, but has died down. You know, that picture of you they took in those folks took in your when you landed in their yard. It's not really circulating the internet as much as it was. It's been you know, some of your friends did slightly doctored versions and put them out there. So some people have examining those, you know, see that they've been doctored, which makes the whole thing more suspicious.
Hmm.
You know, it's not going to fool hunters or people that are in the know, but it's the best they can do to try to fix a masquerade breach. Iola, how do you start your evening?
Um, on. But let's see what the cards say.
Oh, yes.
Eight of Pentacles.
All right, Eight of Pentacles. Upright.
Mm-hmm.
Apprenticeship, repetitive task, mastery, skill development. The Eight of Pentacles shows a young man laboring over 8 coins, carefully etching out a pentacle shape on each coin. In the background, there's a small town, yada, yada, yada. So yeah, the apprenticeship, repetitive task, mastery, skill development. Sounds like sounds like tonight is a night to get better at what you do.
Yeah.
Wonder what that is that you do.
A lot of things. But I guess we're going to see how the day is gonna go. With the premonition. Let's rouse. I fail, so I get hungry.
Okay.
Then
The power will still go off though.
3 successes? Yeah.
Yep, 3 successes. All right. And premonition, I believe the more successes you get, the more detailed.
Yep.
Making a rouse check and then rolling resolve all specs. The level of insight. Yeah. Successes roll determines the level of insight. Okay. Where your card talked about repetitive tasks, or maybe improving skill. Your personal premonition for the night, though, is danger. you get this feeling of escalation. The only clear image of it you get is Kyle growling at somebody. Or at least baring his teeth. You don't get any sound, but you at least baring his teeth at somebody.
And the surroundings. Do I know?
It's kind of hazy. You suspect it's in the domain. But the little short vision you get is really kind of focused on him. And he's got his, like, angry, I'm in a fight face. You're familiar with it. You've seen it plenty of times.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my.
Okay. Trying to see how she would word this to everybody else in a text. Hmm. Maybe she'll just ask where everybody's gonna be at today.
Alright, so Walter, you're tippy-tapping away on the computer. You get this message from Iola. The rest of you, as you're out hunting or just finishing up your hunts, in the case of like a GDO where the hunt doesn't take very long,
Yep.
You get this message from her.
That meeting, has that been set up yet, or?
Can we have please set that up in the 2 months we were away?
Oh yes, because you were going to meet with Old Montgomery was, I think, was the fellow's name.
Yeah.
Yeah, you by this point you could have basically you've talked to Cologne.
Mm-hmm.
Cologne went into the wildlife refuge. And he has set up the meeting.
Okay.
Sort of.
Sort of.
It's not, go here and meet Old Montgomery on this specific date. It's
Mm.
more like he'll come find you in your domain sometime this week.
Okay.
I mean, a lot of people are going to see him.
Mm.
Will they?
Yeah.
But so yes, the meeting is set up. You just don't really know when or where.
Mm-hmm.
You just turn at some point. You figure you'll just turn around and there he'll be.
Fair.
Cologne's advice in dealing with him was don't be a smartass, and don't brown nose.
Okay.
Be in our domain, so.
Cologne doesn't think that the last one would be a problem for you. The first one, maybe.
Mm.
Depending on how how y'all's personalities either click or clash.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So once our hunters are done, then what are you doing? You've got, like I said, you've gotten the message of Myola asking where y'all going to be at.
Question. I think Egidio is gonna just kind of quietly go through the domain and just look around and see if there's anyone. Just walking, just checking for anything weird.
Okay.
There's been a lot of weird, and then there was 2 months of quiet. And I think even in the quiet months, Egidio still made a habit of like looking around. Just because like this ain't gonna last forever.
It's early enough in the evening that you see a few people masked up walking their dogs,
Mhm.
and some people unmasked walking their dogs.
Egidio has a mask on, and he's like he tries to get other people to do the thing as well, but he does the thing where he looks at the person with the mask and just kind of like talks with his eyebrows. It's like,
But yeah, so far nothing particularly unusual. Do
it's
you
just gonna keep
respond to
doing that.
Iola's message?
Yeah, I just tell Iola, just it's going out for a jog. Ding me if you need anything.
Emma?
She'll put down that she had no real big plans for the evening.
Kyle just sends a shrug emoji.
I think at that point, Walter would just respond, finishing up paperwork. We'll be at office here shortly in case anyone needs to discuss any other business.
Yeah, because I know Ryder said that the pack was out doing something, so he wasn't nearby to talk either.
Correct. Now that would have been up earlier in the month.
Mhm.
We will say a couple days ago you got a message from him saying he would be in the general area, for the next week or so.
Okay.
If there's something specific you want to discuss with him.
There was. So he mostly asked, basically when and where.
Let's see. He can meet you tomorrow night. And he gives you he gives you an address that it's just a little country gas station.
Okay.
But they close relatively early, so
Yeah.
you can just meet him there in that parking lot, to chew the fat for a few minutes.
Okay.
It is a ways outside of Decatur, but
But at Werewolf, he doesn't want to be inside Decatur. That makes sense.
well, you've seemed to have had some honor, but there's no reason to push it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that would be tomorrow night.
Cool.
Let's see. You all get a message from Miles. Everything seems to be okay. Let me jump over here. Everybody look on the map. I want to ask you a couple of questions.
Oh boy.
So we were saying that you were going to, part of your beefing up the domain, you have expanded it slightly. So looking here on this map, so making it easier to hunt, you could expand, be expanding back. Well, shoot. Apparently, I can't get the map over that far.
Specifically, our side of the belt line.
Yeah,
Right.
we're not getting that ambitious.
Yet.
Now, well, that was something I was going to mention. A little bit to the south is available, as is across the belt line, but a little south of the.
The hospital.
Right.
Kind of where Iola stays at.
Right. This, if you expand into this area here that I'm clicking on,
Hmm.
which is on the other side of the belt line, but it's also south of Danville Road. And that's Danville Road's kind of the southern marker for the current CAM territory.
Yep.
That would get Iola's domain, or Iola's haven rather, in your domain.
Is it something we could do quietly though?
Well, this would be something you would have done in the past 2 months. I'm just asking,
Yeah,
where do you want to expand to?
Well, my thing is, considering a certain coterie member's love of rugs, we at least want that.
Oh.
You're for sure going to get the upholstery cleaners.
I don't love. You know what? Never mind.
You've carted out almost every single body to go bury in a rug.
You have a better idea to hold the body?
Am I wrong, though?
Giant
Nah.
Ziploc bag. They also clean upholstery, so I mean,
Yeah, that's true. If we put them in the domain, I can connect them to the mall.
Mm-hmm. That's the only thing I for sure want to have in our domain is the carpet and upholstery cleaner.
I would vote that we did kind of try and pinch her in the CAM, maybe.
Yeah.
I tend to agree. So maybe that bit from Flusher Carpet down Presbyterian and around Danville.
Yeah.
In that like L shape.
I know
an L shape around the
Yeah.
Yeah, I know expansion wise, like crossing the belt line into kind of like unofficial CAM territory. That is something Kyle would absolutely lead the charge to do.
Oh yeah. I think there's something interesting about the timing of saying, no, we don't want to work with you. Also, we're taking some space over here.
But it's not his space, so yeah.
Yeah, it's not his space, but all space is CAM space according to CAMs.
This is true.
Yeah.
This is true. Let's just say they have not been defending that territory at all.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
But okay, I just want to check on that. All right. So, Walter, you eventually make your way to the office. Iola, with the responses that you got back from everybody, what do you do?
He's gonna send a thing saying, "Can we hang out at some point tonight?"
Yes. It was like two more question marks than need.
I don't see why not.
Emma goes again. I have no plans, so time and place.
Usual spot?
Sure.
Be there in 15.
All right, so you all make your way to the office.
Mm-hmm.
Those of you that pass by see the Dead Man's Drink's doing a decent drive-through business.
Mm-hmm.
A couple of people sitting out front on the picnic tables. And I'm going to say Kyle's the last to arrive. But eventually you all get there. Since he was out in the
Yeah.
woods hunting, that'd probably take him longer.
Yep.
And you might have to go, clean up or something.
Hmm.
Do you have Shiloh with you when you get to the office?
He does have Shiloh with him.
Okay. All right, you're all at the office.
And Iola will tell them the premonition she had.
So you wanted to hang out today because you wanted to avoid. I mean, if you wanted, Kyle to growl for you, he can.
No.
I'm just saying.
I don't do tricks, Egidio.
No one said it was a trick.
So basically, what you're saying is you had a vision of me being angry at somebody.
Yeah, and I had a feeling and sense that I was in danger. So Cam might retaliate.
Well,
And I
we did
needed you guys
expand.
to be aware that it might happen sooner rather than later.
It's been 2 quiet months. I think we're all thinking it's going to be sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
Probably.
At this point, Walter will gather up the paperwork, pass it to Kyle, as well as a particular bottle that I don't think was ever initially stated that was handed to him. Like, here you are, here's the paper in triplicate, and also a small gift and a token of apology.
Thank you.
I know you've been cross with me ever since I've at least had one of them, so I figured I'd at least get you a bottle back.
I appreciate it.
As far as the paperwork's concerned, that should be all the information on terms of expansion, improvements, and personnel.
Good. Definitely made some headway.
Well, I spent most of my time and energy making our connections a wee bit stronger, as it were.
It's good. We needed it.
You get a message from one of Miles's people.
Kyle does?
All the Barons.
Oh, okay.
It's like a group thing. The security can just root you all at once.
All right.
It just says car approaching your office. Did one of you order Grubhub?
I do believe her premonition might be coming to fruition quicker than you expected.
Well, either it's somebody we don't know or it's old Montgomery, one of the two.
I will hide, knowing who this is yet. I will hide over by where Walter's little office area is. Just so I can look at the security camera that's right there.
You see a little 4-door car pull up. Guy gets out. Kind of looks around like he ain't 100% sure. Walks over to his passenger side, gets out of decent sized box, and starts walking up to y'all's front door.
Cool.
There's a knock at you. The rest of you hear a knock at the glass door.
Well, Emma, you own the place.
That's to hide,
Unfortunately.
just in case it comes up.
We all are in the back room now, so.
Yeah.
If you hear anything exploding, just please pull my carcass out of it, and just gets up and walks to answer the door. Doesn't let him in, but just kind of cracks the door like, I'm sorry, we're closed at the moment. Has a mask on and everything. Can I help you?
He's also got a mask on. Yeah, my last place I delivered. I work Grubhub. Last place I delivered to wanted me to bring y'all this, or bring this address.
Heightened senses. Does this
Is
person have
there
a
a bomb
heartbeat?
ticking?
Or is there a bomb ticking?
With heightened senses, yeah, you think you can hear his, you hear his heart, and you can see some sweat. You know, it's July now, so it's a warm evening.
Yep.
I'm just double checking what this does, but compel. If it's against a mortal, I really don't have to roll anything if they're unprepared.
He is not prepared.
Where?
You
Who?
are not prepared. Sorry.
What? Where is it from? What address?
He tells you it was a nurse over at the hospital that I had dropped some food off for.
Kill Bill sirens going off in her head.
But yeah, she wanted me to bring this over here, and oh yeah, I'm supposed to open it up for you. And he like starts holding it with one hand and reaches over to open the front of the box.
She's taking many steps back.
How many? And how quickly?
If the second he said nurse and hospital, she was starting to book it backwards.
Slam the door in his face, lock it, run.
I only gave enough time to lock. I think you just close and fucking book
Yeah,
it.
she wasn't even trying to get it to close. She was trying to put distance.
Hey, wait a minute! I'm supposed to give this to you. He proceeds into the building.
No, she's like holding up a hand. Compel, or wait, no, compel, stop. And I don't want anything from the hospital. It could be contaminated. I've already had to clean this place once. You can set it outside and go.
He may not be prepared, but now you are fighting against somebody else's compulsion.
Okay, sure. What am I rolling against?
You roll. Let me find their stat. What is it you usually have to roll for compulsion?
Charisma dominate versus intelligence resolve.
Right. So it's basically yours versus theirs. Let's see who put the strongest can put the strongest compulsion on. You said dominate.
Charisma dominate versus intelligence resolve.
Okay.
Do I hear? I hear the door open, right? Like hear it close and then open again.
You hear the whole I want nothing from the hospital and him going, "Oh, I'm supposed to give this to you."
Oh, yeah, she
Okay,
didn't even go outside of the building.
I'm taking a step. I'm taking a step out, or slightly out of the shadows, gun aimed, and like my intention, just watching what happens here is I'm going to fire at this guy, this person, before they are able to get the thing up.
Okay.
I'll say, meanwhile, Kyle is going to step up and try to hand over the lid to keep it closed.
All right, so both of y'all are kind of springing into action. You're coming,
Yeah.
Kyle's sprinting out from the back room.
Well, Kyle never really left the back room.
Well, she's in the front of the building now, the actual
okay.
This is the
business
front
end of the
door he
building.
came up to, not the back.
All right, all
Yeah.
right. I misunderstood.
I
Gotcha.
got 3.
All right. He stops. He
Put
stops.
it down.
Stops. Isn't trying to open anymore. You tell him that Kyle runs past you and puts his hands on it. Then you tell the guy to put it down. So he sits. He turns. He sits it on one of the little cubicle desks. Oh yeah, I hadn't thought about it being, from the hospital. I mean, she's a nurse though. Surely she knew how to clean it up.
Be surprised these days.
Cloud memory. You made the delivery. We accepted the package. You got in your car and you left. Now leave.
And he turns and trots on out.
once the door is closed. I really don't want to open whatever this is inside.
Loud sigh of relief from nowhere.
One second.
That was tense.
Share the
Um,
senses. She's gonna just kind of ride along with that guy to see if he goes anywhere. Just kind of have it hovering in her peripheral, I guess.
While she's doing that, can I,
I get
without
hungrier.
opening this thing, kind of look at this thing to see if it's been altered?
Are you opening it to look into it?
No, I'm gonna feel around it. I'm checking for traps.
Okay, give me a. What would that be? Wits, probably.
Yeah.
And.
Craft?
Rolled a 4 to share the senses if it matters. And she's just hovering along with him for a while, just
Okay.
eyes and ears, not anything else.
Yeah, craft is good enough.
Okay. I bring up craft because I have a bonus to jury rigging.
That would factor into this.
That is 2, 3. That is 4 successes.
Okay. So it's a wooden box, like I said, it ain't big.
Mhm.
The front can like hinge open and the whole top would lift up.
Yep.
And you're flipping with it. And
Is
up
there any
underneath it, you can see where there's some, it's like you're looking at, kind of the crack where it comes down.
Huh?
And you can see there's a couple of spots where it's like there's metal on both the lid and the actual main body of the box that are, those two pieces of metal are currently touching.
The current?
Yeah, they're currently
it's
touching.
one of those where it's a circuit thing.
If this were going to be some sort of trap, that might be what set it off.
Yeah.
And from
It
what you
just breaks
observed, the guy was under compulsion to like step in and open it in front of somebody.
So yeah, it like breaks the circuit and then whatever happens.
If you were a paranoid man, that's what you would be afraid of.
Okay. I think he looks at that and goes, I don't like that. Good job, everybody, for not getting him to open it. That would have been bad.
Everybody, you mean Emma?
Everybody. We all had our
group effort?
contingencies.
Let's get this outside.
This will be a very nasty circuit, or this will be very nasty if you break the circuit. Let's not break the circuit.
I've got ratchet straps in my car that we can make sure the lid does not open unintentionally.
Okay. And I think there's no obvious ticking or anything, right?
No.
Does it have an obvious smell?
So that's good.
The wood is fairly fresh, so it's got kind of a cedary smell.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like me to
cedar.
make a wits awareness roll with my scent specialty?
Okay.
Hey, he said yeah.
Alright, fair enough.
We smelled gasoline the last time we had a bomb, so.
Yeah, that's true. It's just 2.
Just no.
Cedar is overpowering.
You're not smelling anything but the cedar.
Okay.
Cedar smell.
Smells like a damn hamster cage.
From the outside, does it look? Do I have, with my 4 successes from the outside? Do I have a means of disarming it?
Maybe you got a conductive material that you could attach. You keep those two pieces, it's in two different spots, but those pieces of metal touching each other, or
like a rod in the middle or something.
Then you might be able to get up enough to peek in there. But if you screwed it up, then whatever was going to happen would happen.
Right.
Emma, again, can we please not blow up my building?
Not
It's
blowing up your
attached to a bank. They get
Not
really pissy
blowing
about
up
it.
your building. I have curiosities about these things, but it is
We're
a.
saying about cats and curiosity.
I died once. What's the worst that can happen?
You die again. That's
Personally, I'd
And-
like to make it to my meeting tomorrow.
To be fair, I don't think we're given another 8 lives, no matter how we'd like to think. But
So-
anyway,
Take the ratchet straps and gently put it over the so as not to crush it and break the circuit anyway.
yeah, just hold it secure.
All right, so y'all strap the thing shut.
Yep.
Then what are you gonna do with it?
Do you really want to stay in your car, Emma?
No, absolutely not. Is there? How empty are the parking lots?
Just throw it in the parking lot.
No, we
Well,
go
the
to a parking lot behind the mall.
Well, the mall parking lot's pretty well deserted because the mall is just shut down.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't open
Here's-
anymore.
Yeah.
Here's
COVID
the thing.
restrictions.
I have a potential idea.
Okay.
Oh no.
Someone from the hospital sent this, yes? They've definitely made a show about sticking the police on us. Why not do the same?
Hey, our Uber Eats driver sent us a bomb.
We didn't order anything. It's a suspicious package that was delivered.
After all, this place does have audio and visual recording, yes?
Well, the
It is
problem
a
with
bank.
the problem with that is that unless we give a good reason why this person very suddenly stopped and then started and then stopped and started again, probably gonna have to. We have to explain that away, is what I'm saying.
Selective camera angles, and maybe my audio's on the fritz.
Okay.
Also, if I can pause it. I hit mute, sorry. The the police force is aware of my past history.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm a very large and intimidating man. Someone suddenly coming at you would probably get you to stop and then do what someone else is saying because they failed to comply the first time.
Is that what you're gonna tell the police? I'm a former felon.
They already know. It's on my records.
That you have record. Anyway, but I'm saying, is that something you're willing to just be like something you tell an officer as they come in and inevitably take this thing?
That I am familiar enough with IEDs, yes.
Okay. I mean, so am I.
Or what could potentially be an IED. And so we're calling in potential.
Okay.
Well, while they're arguing, Emma is on the phone with Ada.
Already calling 911.
No, she's like texting or calling Ada. Like, hey, you got a second to chat real quick? I need to talk to you in person.
There's too much testosterone in this room.
Get a break from all these hard angles. Yeah, she text you back. She can. Basically text you back. You at the office? I can definitely make it over there.
Yeah, just swing on by in the front half of the building.
Yeah, just a few minutes later, a car pulls up. She gets out and walks to the front door.
She'll open the door and kind of let her in.
I don't think it had been locked back yet.
Yeah, she'll open the door. Hey,
Oh,
before you
I'm
even
not
bother.
usually in the front.
Yeah, you know anyone that can disarm a bomb?
Oh, sure. We've got some folks. And then she notices the package that y'all are all like standing.
A gift
so you need
from the
them
hospital.
you need them like right now.
Yeah, gift from the hospital.
Yeah,
And you accepted it?
Oh,
we didn't really have a choice.
they were about to open it, so the alternative was they open it.
Where's the delivery person?
Sent them already.
Emma's like Emma looking through the share the senses. Where is the delivery person?
He is gone. He's hit a couple other restaurants. He's just doing the Grubhub thing.
She'll give updates and a description of the car because it pulled into the lot. So, and a description of the person.
So Ada makes a couple of texts to somebody in the bank. She's like, I better let Miles know because I'm sure none of you have.
It's only been a
And it
couple of
just
minutes,
happened,
so
yeah.
they saw the car come in, so they can probably very easily pick it back up.
So yeah, in the next few minutes, another car from the direction of the mall shows up, and a couple of guys get out. They've got like a big, like sports bag. They've each got like a sports bag.
I'll give like a general description of what I found to set off the trigger.
They start looking at it. They agree with you. That's probably exactly what it was. Especially if you tell them about the delivery guy being.
Yeah, he was very eager to open it.
They tell you the straps were a good idea.
Good job, Emma.
Paranoia.
But they open the bag. They pull out some equipment. They start kind of running it over the thing, and they're comparing notes and talking. They're pretty sure there's some kind of accelerant in there.
Like some sort of conflagration, as opposed to like a straight up explosion.
Well, they can't be sure that there's not a regular explosion, but they're pretty sure there's something in there. They're picking up traces of well, it might be petroleum jelly or something. Something that would start a fire.
Oh yeah, like one of those weird little like metals that you just poke at some spare shavings that starts a fire.
But hopefully it's not on a timer. I mean, given that there's such an obvious physical trigger for it. And probably not remote controlled, or whoever sent it would probably have set it off by now. So they're just going to load this into their trunk and go carry it somewhere safe to dispose of it.
If it goes off, let us know how it went.
Oh yeah. They'll tell you what they find out regardless.
Well, yeah, I assume you intended to like discharge it somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere outside the city.
Right.
Have fun.
One of them, at least, honestly, looks like he is having fun. It's like this isn't something he gets to do very often.
Emma, with all of her being resisted, saying, have a blast.
While they're walking out, Miles is walking in, watches them walk past.
Did you happen to catch the guys? I'm assuming Ada probably said, get him.
He's like, she said he had delivered something that she thought was
it's a bomb.
He had delivered some fireworks.
Yeah.
Yep.
If you can see about having someone pick him up.
Sure. It's not an unusual car. The only thing that caught anybody's attention was that he was pulling across the park, the mall parking lot and heading to the building to the office.
Very interesting that they specifically knew to come here.
Well,
Not like we're
Stafford's
stealth about coming
emissary
here.
has been there, I believe.
Yeah.
Y'all come in the back door, so they might not always be able to spot when you're here.
Yeah.
But it's a known place.
Well, it beats the last time we got a bomber at your bar. Now let's head over.
But yeah, like I said, it's not an unusual car. They know he does food delivery stuff.
Mm.
It's with the slowdown in traffic due to the lockdown. It's actually fairly easy to pick up. Folks like him and Emma, for that matter, that do the food stuff.
Guess we have a few of those to look forward to.
He gets on his phone. All right. A couple of the guys are going to order some burgers and just sort of hang on to him once he shows up.
Fantastic.
Sounds like a plan to me.
And we'll drop share the senses because, yeah.
See the blip on it. It's like, oh, I got another one. We're gonna have to do this for every human that comes by with a weird looking box.
Typically, the UPS drivers don't drop off bombs.
You don't know that.
Depends if they know what the contents of the package is. 9 times out of 10 they don't. As long as the box is sturdy enough, they don't really care.
I don't know if you've ever seen an Amazon driver. They just kind of throw it.
Yeah, they put enough padding in boxes these days. Usually,
Sometimes
anyway.
not enough, but yeah.
Depends on how the person feels at the at the distribution center, if they feel generous or not. Usually not. But in any case, that crisis averted. What other business shall we get down to, especially since we have guests? Oh,
Go ahead.
well, at that point, Walter goes back to his desk and fiddles, pulls up another copy of paperwork for personnel. It looks at Ada. Right, in case we haven't updated you, dear. There you are.
Paper. Is it really a good idea to? Is it really a good idea to have a paper trail? Well, okay, I guess you got this stuff looking bland enough.
It just looks like a generic office and other personnel. Someone just trying to keep up with business.
Legal documents.
Mailing list.
What is this actually a list of?
It basically, if there's been again to your discretion with the 2-month time span, if there's been any new people that we've enlisted in terms of doing particular things, the names would be very ambiguous of what they actually do.
Like you might have called in some more computer geeks to be part of your kind of cybersecurity squad.
Basically, and just to let Ada know, hey, here's some extra personnel that you may or may not have on file. Just letting you know.
She folds that up and slips it away.
Miles, has the new security network that I've been trying to get up and running, is it working out well for you?
Who is it? Who did you ask that to?
Is it Miles currently with us? Yeah, he asked that towards him.
He's like, oh yeah, it's been working out great. Not that much has gone down in the last few months, but anything suspicious, if my guys don't spot it, then your guy spots it and tells us where to go.
Oh, fantastic. Oh, right. If there's anything you need us to tweak in terms of response time or anything, let me know and I'll see if we get on that.
Will do. Right now it's a step up from what we had before, so.
Well, again, these past 2 months I've been trying to work on this a little tirelessly, but then again, what's sleep to someone who has done enough of that? But anyway, that's all I have for you two. He gestures to the rest of the barons. I don't know if they've got anything to update you or report on.
Efforts of the blood bank have been good. If you guys can stomach,
Miles just kind of wrinkles his nose. I mean, if it's fresh enough, it'll do a pinch.
Soup Kitchen is getting up and running as well.
A lot of folks are excited about that. Like we may
Okay.
have to control how many of us show up on any given night.
Yeah.
Don't go crazy.
There will be limits put in place, and
Have to RSVP.
RSVP. There will be limits, there will be rules, and there will not be second chances if these rules are broken.
I'll make sure everybody knows it.
I appreciate it.
Silver plat.
Well, let's see. Was there any other projects we had going on? Kyle. Is there anything y'all are trying to get accomplished?
I just have 2 meetings, one of them tomorrow, and another one
Marks.
at some point this week when he'll just show up
Truthfully,
randomly.
I thought it was him before. I thought it was that guy before the whole box.
That would have been hilarious in its own way.
Speaking of Miles,
Yes, sir.
if you happen to spot old Montgomery wandering through the domain, just let him do his thing.
I'm not sure I would know old Montgomery if I saw him.
Even better.
I was like, I have a feeling.
I mean, I've
old
heard.
Montgomery's.
What do you look like? Oh, I'm sorry.
I was like, I have a feeling old Montgomery will do whatever he wants, regardless of if people recognize him or not, just based on rumor and hearsay.
Yeah.
And I think even if you don't know what he looks like, he's gonna stick out like a sore thumb. You don't get a name like that and don't look eccentric.
Well, I mean, he's been around for a long time.
You'll probably feel him before you see him.
Right. But he's got permission to be here, so okay.
Yeah.
But I've been told if you do encounter him first, don't brown nose, don't be a smartass.
Yeah, I wouldn't do the first anyway. And I like a good fight and all, but I ain't crazy enough to pick a fight with somebody that old.
Kind of where I'm at about it.
By that time, Miles' phone goes off. He pulls it out. Looks a little concerned. Dials the number, starts talking to somebody. What have we got?
Oh, Lord.
How many cars? All right, where are they now? As he says that, he's stepping towards the front, looking out the front window of the building.
Oh,
Shit.
here we go again.
We got some cars coming down Danville Road, about to cross the belt line.
All right.
There's a Humvee in the front, and then just some miscellaneous cars behind it.
Let folks know to stand by, and I'll let Woodard know since she's close by at the mall.
Ada has also got her phone out.
Or Ada, if you've already got that, I'd appreciate it.
They're coming down Danville Road coming from northeast?
Let's see if you're still looking at the map. Yeah, it's like they're coming from this direction and about to cross the road.
Okay, so they're entering our domain, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're skimming. Danville Road cuts on the other side of Beltline, cuts your domain off from the cam. So yeah, they're coming down that road, and the report he's getting is that they'll be crossing the Beltline shortly. At which point they will just be flat out in your domain.
Mm-hmm.
He starts ordering people, moving people around.
Considering they probably still have good relationships with the other barons, like the neighbors, considering they, like, hey, we found hunters. You want to go kill some? She's going to let the neighboring Baron Reese know.
Okay. So
That
Clint's the closest.
Mhm.
Let's see. Clint's back here, kind of north and west of you. Maddox is up in kind of east of you. Basically the other side of the hospital and stuff. That
some kind of
territory is.
vampire can't have. Hopefully it's nothing, but we may need backup.
As you're typing that in, all the Baron phones start going off. You start receiving messages.
Okay.
One of Maddox's people is letting you know something's going down at one of their docks, and this is all kind of in vampire candy telling. They're being kind of vague, but,
All right.
but they're dealing with something at the.
So everyone's got something. Is the gist that I'm getting.
Right. You get something from him. You get something from August.
I'll look at the. Fuck. What's his name? Is still right here. Still giving
Miles.
orders. Miles. Yeah. Is he still right here, like texting orders or whatever?
He's on the phone.
Yeah, he's on the phone talking to some of his people. He's actually talking to some of his people. It's just
Hey Miles,
Twitter.
are you going to Danville?
Yeah, I got people heading that way. I was about to head down there.
I'll hop on with you.
Sure thing. Bike's out back.
Yeah.
Ada's in the
Ada-
front door to her where her driver is still sitting there.
Yeah, she was gonna say if Ada needs to get back to the mall, get back to the mall.
I will. I'll bring my. I have a go bag and then I have a go bag. I'm bringing the go bag.
Hmm.
You get something. I'm trying to guy's name. You get something from Sergio, or Sergio, however you say it, who is he's one of the outer barons over there to the east of the city. We had those two baronies that are kind of cut off from the rest of the city.
Yeah.
And one of them's already been attacked. Sergio was letting you know there's an assault going on on his domain. Like I said, he couches it in unfriendly, unwelcome visitors. Should be able to get him out of the house on my own. Don't know. I think my neighbor, the neighbor north of me, may have some too. I don't know what shape they're in.
We still haven't found a Baron for that place.
Oh no! During these 2 months they had put somebody in charge there.
Okay.
Right.
So
I posted that GIF in our group chat, the Coterie group chat, not the Baron group chat.
So as this is all like going down and everybody's just like start talking, you kind of see Walter sigh. He spins his little chair, but now you'll notice like he's kind of wedged himself and he's now between two computers. He just flips them on, and now he's just got two different screens showing up camera feeds. It's like, all right.
Plug the fuck in.
He's like, all right, time to figure this out and see what we can block off. Or at least be effective with our troops. He'll like have a road map on one, feeds on another, just like, alright, Cal, you're more familiar with this, and he'll like show the map and where the cameras are kind of correlating. And so just in case anything is passing, he can relay it to Miles.
You are seeing the train of vehicles Miles we're talking about.
Here they are.
It's a Humvee in the front. There's 3, just 4-door cars.
Yeah.
Think like a Ford Fusions, that style, whether it's whatever make or model. just a 4-door.
Yeah.
But there's 3 of those
Uh-huh.
behind the Humvee.
Gotcha.
As you get on there, Walter, they are crossing the belt line.
Right. Let's see. Here's
In
where
other
the
cameras, you see motor. You see some of the brute squad on motorcycles heading that way. Egidio, you and Miles have run out the back and hopped on his bike.
Yep. I will introduce the go bag to Miles.
Does the go bag have bricks of C4 in it?
Yes.
I figured.
God.
Like I said, I have a go bag and a go bag.
Make things go into orbit bag.
Uh-huh.
The go bag and the go away bag.
There it is.
Yep. I like that.
There's a bag within the bag that has like space for a couple. That I'm gonna hand to Miles and be like, here you go.
I'm
Merry
sorry.
Christmas.
My brain's just like,
These
it's
aren't
the go
grenades, and I
bag.
can't, can't drive the bike while I'm holding these.
I'm
But then he
introducing the
slides into
idea
his coat
to
pocket. Well, they kind of fit.
and introducing the idea to you. You don't necessarily have to use it right now.
Say
All right.
hello to these little friends.
So here we go. Here we are. So looks like they're traveling this direction, described as Miles said. Well, there's some of our boys. Let's see how this goes. Shall we be heading to the field shortly?
I have a feeling they're coming somewhere with a purpose. They know where we are. They sent us a gift.
They were probably hoping that it would explode and take one or more of us out, and then they attack.
Iola, what are you doing?
I guess getting ready like the rest of them are.
All right. Well, Walter has hopped on the computer and is coordinating. Video
halfway to
and
Danville.
Miles, have run out the back. Are actually on their way. Kyle, what are you doing? Shiloh's on his feet. He's got no clue what's going on. He just knows everybody's gotten tense and is running around now.
Yeah, he's gonna go intercept.
Okay. Are you hopping in your vehicle, or are you just running across the various parking lots between you and them all?
Masquerade breach.
Yeah, he's gonna get in the truck.
Okay. Shiloh's right there with you. Unless
Yes, he
otherwise.
is. Yep, Shiloh's coming. Before they leave, Shiloh gets strapped into his vest. He's gotten used to the fact of Shiloh coming with him to do things more over this past 2 months, but if he knows he's going into a fight, Shiloh's getting his vest.
The good
Like,
boy
y'all have it
tactical
down to
gear.
a science. Y'all have it down to a science where he kind of like just slips into it.
Basically, his truck has become the vampire canine unit.
Love that.
Ma'am, do you
Well,
realize we were breaching the masquerade? We need you to wait here while we get the K9 unit.
I also say this too, so you all can take advantage of the jokes.
So you hop in your truck, you take off.
Mhm.
Emma's kind of waiting back with Walter at like command center, I guess.
Mhm.
She does send a text out to the Coterie Baron chat. Text me if you need me on location. We'll see where they're going.
All right. Iola, are you staying with Emma and Walter? Hopping in the truck with Kyle? What is
Oh, she cannot really fight, so she might be more of a hindrance than anything.
You got mental powers, don't you?
I do. I do.
Use them.
All right, then I guess I'll go with Kyle.
There you go.
All right, so y'all all pile into the truck. You see Kyle putting Shiloh's, cute little vest on.
I have an important question. Does Iola sit in the back, and Shiloh sit in the front, or does Shiloh sit in the back, Iola sit in the front?
I have a follow-up question. Does it
Yes.
say emotional support dog on the vest?
Yes.
Very good.
Nervous, don't pet.
Hmm.
There's another sticker that says "Face toward enemy."
I mean, the thing is, like, emotional support dogs and all that nonsense became very popular with COVID.
Yep.
So
Get
it's
the pupper into various places a lot easier.
Mhm.
It does.
All right, so Egidio and Miles, you're probably getting there first because y'all just ran out and hopped on the bike.
Yep.
Or cars take a little more, and you have to be a little more careful about what route you take.
Yep. My intention is to, and I'll tell Miles, my intention is to find a spot where I can very easily scout from, out here and use my eyes instead of using one of the computers in the back. And when I have an opportunity, chuck one of these and blow it up.
C4 bricks aren't exactly grenades.
No, that's why I have the detonator.
Fair enough.
Improvise,
So y'all are cutting across the front of the mall.
overcome.
The two of you and Walter, and anybody else watching the computer.
Yep.
That line of cars has crossed the belt line. Some of the motorcycles are close to intercepting, and then the entire line of vehicles turns into the mall parking lot.
Ooh.
Sends immediately, has Ada on the phone, or Woodard, whichever one picks up first.
We were calling the mall. It would be one of Woodard's people because Ada's still on her way to the mall.
She would probably have a number for Woodard directly, even after their
Okay,
past
so you're calling
social.
Yeah. So you're calling Woodard's direct line.
Yes.
She immediately picks up.
Yeah, we have visitors incoming.
Ada sent me something.
Unruly guests and visitors that we hope to flush from this area immediately. Make sure your security is aware, please.
I've already got them scrambling.
We've got ours as well. And honestly, Emma might go out the back door just to kind of visually watch this.
Yep.
Well, you'd be stepping out the front door to look across to the mall.
Yeah, whichever door she has to go out to.
The back door
Put
is the one that
physical
leads to
eyeballs.
the Waffle House.
Yeah. See in any of these windows? Or are they all tinted?
I would say they were probably lightly tinted. But it's office space. They're not, you're not trying to hide it. There's nothing to hide here.
The vehicles. Can she see into any of their windows?
Oh, I'm sorry. You got heightened senses going.
Heightened senses, yes.
Yeah, the windows on the vehicles would be tinted.
How tinted?
Go ahead and give me a roll.
Uh,
But you're talking about a decent bit of distance, and it's dark, because that doesn't give you night vision. Well, I say it's dark. You do have street lights and stuff.
what am I rolling?
Wits awareness.
Plus draw specs.
Yep.
Oh yes, plus all specs. I forgot about that.
That would be a 5.
All right, that's pretty good. You can't make out faces or anything. But anytime they pass with a light source behind them, you can see silhouettes inside. All those vehicles look like they're full of people.
Can she see in the lead vehicle?
You can vaguely, you can make out the silhouette of one of the driver.
Fantastic. I'm gonna try it, and you can say whatever difficulty you want to put it at. She's gonna try and body jump into the driver, the share the senses.
Okay.
Oh, I was like, God, that's extreme.
Well, I
We're
mean,
gonna crash this.
the
There is some power for
Salubri,
that. Yeah.
the Salubri.
They're soul stealers, called the soul stealers for a reason. I mean,
Yeah.
I will say, reading through their powers and stuff, I very much love the old power sets they have, especially for the warriors.
yeah, I wish they had those still.
It's like, hey, I'm just going to take this melee weapon I'm holding, and it's now a flaming sword.
Yeah. They had to
Hey, we're-
simplify things and then bring in those combined powers and just recomplicate it.
Not aspects.
Yeah, yeah,
Amalgams.
that word.
Well, those were-
Um,
yeah, anyway.
I see
Again,
what
a
they were
number
trying
5.
to do, they didn't quite pull it off. Probably because they had 4 or 5
Yeah.
companies working on it all at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
A 5 for share the senses. Baseline 3 is the difficulty. I will let you decide what the difficulty is with windows tinted and distance.
All right. You said the baseline was what?
Difficulty 3.
3. I'm going to say difficulty 5.
Meets
Hey, you made
beats.
One dice for the distance and another one for, the 10 where you can kind of see him, but you're not getting a good look at him.
Yeah. Again, just eyes and ears.
Okay. So now you've got a first-person view. The person in the passenger seat is like, turned in his seat. He's talking to everybody behind him, get ready, from where you're standing, with the driver, he's occasionally looking in the rearview mirror. It looks like they're all armed with shotguns.
She's gonna, speed dial Woodard again. They're coming at you with shotguns.
Probably dragon breath rounds. And then you
Probably
hear
loud
like,
enough.
you hear like she pulls the phone away from her face, her mouth a little bit. Turn on the sprinklers. Yeah, I don't care. We got insurance. Turn on the sprinklers.
I love it.
God, I love
to
Maybe just in the
Walter.
hallways.
To Walter, let him know. Get the word out. They've got shotguns, probably dragon fire rounds or dragon breath rounds. Fire rounds.
You let Egidio know? He's on a bike.
She sent it. Had Walter send it to
Okay.
security and Barons, because she'll talk with this, but she's not comfortable enough to type with it.
Yep, that's fair. Too many muscles uses.
Yeah, Walter would kind of quickly in both the security and the Baron's chat be on the lookout that unwelcome guests seem to be carrying items that are rather interesting.
Roman
And
candles.
yeah, they're carrying Roman candles. Careful considering the fact they're short ranged and seem to or a fire hazard.
I think Egidio looks at that text and goes, God damn it, Miles, they've got fucking Dragonfire.
Oh, Walter doesn't know that, but it's already suspicion, so he's at least going to go ahead and make y'all aware that you might be dealing with this. Be ready.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Much better to be
Abundance of
expecting
caution.
dragon fire and just get buckshot than the other way around.
Yep.
Yeah.
Emma, you get a first-person view of this. Egidio, you see it a bit at a distance. That Humvee doesn't slow down; it just barrels and goes straight through the glass doors into the mall.
Question.
Yes.
Me with the truck, would I have had enough time considering the distance between them? Could I potentially T-bone one of the vehicles at the back of the convoy?
No.
Okay.
Egidio and Miles are the only ones that have gotten physically close to him.
Yep.
They're rounding the corner of the mall when they see this guy come by and smash through.
Okay.
One of the cars following, the other two kind of pull up and make a little barricade in front of the doors. And those guys, at least on the those guys get out, seem to get out of the car and take cover behind it.
Oh, fun.
If she's still on with Woodard, and she doesn't see the ones barricading with her actual eyes, but with her
No.
or with her first person eyes, but with her actual eyes, probably, right?
Well, no, the mall would be blocking you at this point. You could have seen the
Okay.
guys driving by and maybe seen them turn in, and then you'd have lost them because the building's in the way.
Yeah, she would have just heard the crash.
Mhm.
Would Walter be able to get any kind of visual on the mall, or is that kind of out of his camera range?
No, you got the outside of the mall covered pretty well. You don't have anything on the inside of the mall.
Of course not. That's not.
Unless
that's
you
not our
wanted to be
domain.
unless you wanted to be extra sneaky, and we had to make some rolls to see if you pull that off without Woodard noticing.
How
Oh,
much could we
no.
bribe Woodard?
Or just tell her.
I was about to say Walter would not have done
Uh.
that unless he had Witter's permission. He understands that he's working with other barons. He's going to respect their domains. Like, I will be able
Woodard's
to watch.
not a baron.
Yeah, Woodard's a subordinate.
She's
Yeah.
old, but she is not a baron.
Either way, he's not going to piss off the people that are currently allies.
Sure.
He would
mean-
he would have gotten permission first before he would attempted that stunt.
If he would have mentioned it to Emma's already pissed off Woodard once. She's like, "What's 2 gonna do to me? What's she gonna do? Kill me?" Probably.
Oh yeah, when it says it. Oh, you have another life to live.
Emma just turns up dead, and then Woodard turns up. Hey, I hear y'all have a opening.
And that's how Woodard ends up dead.
There's so many dead people. It's weird.
If anything, if Emma's still on the phone, Walter will quickly pull the feed up on the front of the mall and just be like, "All right, here you are, dear. If you need to relay any information, now's your chance."
She's like doing like the weird blinky thing, like trying to separate the images. They're setting up a barricade. You may be able to get some shots at them from the roof.
Egidio is going to, when Miles and I park, find a spot to get some cover, and then do his whole cloaky thing. That is 1, 2, 3. That's 6 successes to hide. With all my weird stuff.
So yeah, as soon as y'all round that corner and y'all see all this go down, Miles slams on the brakes of the bike. The people getting out of the cars clearly see the two of you. You're a little far away for them to try to shoot you with dragon. If they've got dragon breath, it's a little far for that to hit very effectively.
Sure. But they don't have a sidearm?
If they do, nobody's got it drawn yet.
Gotcha. Alright, well, Egidio is still going to, he'll try to get out of eye line and then hide with his 6 successes and then kind of go around.
Yeah, it's no problem. You duck behind the corner of the building.
Yep.
Miles is
Miles-
actually running that way too, just to get cover. He does have a side on.
Oh, Egidio has his rounds too.
Dropping her stuff and heading that way as well.
All right, so you're heading towards the mall.
Yeah, she's gonna like come around like a corner, but she's not like directly going. But she's heading that way. She can't do anything else from where she is.
Okay.
Yep.
So you heading out the front door or the back door?
The barricade and stuff is not visible from where the front door is, correct?
Yeah, it's not visible from your office at all.
Okay, then because she was looking out the front door, watching them roll by, so she'll just go out that way. She does have both of her sidearms on her.
Okay.
But other stuff, go ahead.
Kyle, as y'all are, you're driving the truck across. You see Miles start to take that corner and sort of slide and lay the bike down, and him and Egidio run back around the corner. He's taking cover with his pistol. You see Egidio sort of melt into the shadows.
Cool. He does not slow down.
Oh, good. The guitar solo kicked in for a free bird.
This
Just
truck,
windows open, blaring.
this. I said it before. This truck has bulletproof glass. It is armored.
There's no such thing as bulletproof glass.
Well,
It's bullet resistant.
bullet resistant. You know what I mean? It's called bulletproof
High enough
glass, but it's
caliber,
really
a
not.
high enough caliber bullet. Sure.
Yeah.
But how does it handle high heat?
I guess we'll find out. As he just floors it, and he's gonna just try to ram the people.
Ram the barricade.
Not specifically barricade. He's like, there's a whole bunch of people like taking cover behind it.
Behind
He aims to scatter them. He's aiming for them. So either they dive on the other side of the barricade, or they get
what
away
they've got
from cover.
You've got the door to the mall here that the Humvee
Mhm.
drove through.
Yes.
One of the other vehicles went in behind them, and then the last two vehicles stopped and kind of did themselves like that. So these guys have their backs to the front door and are like, using the cars for cover to cover themselves and anybody coming in.
Oh, okay.
Now, if you plow into one of those cars, it's going to hit the people hiding behind it.
It's gonna hit the mall again.
Okay, that's the plan.
Yeah.
Ideally, if he can hit it just right, where he sandwiches all four of them between the two cars.
Well, they're at angles, so it's not quite.
Yeah.
Like I said, if you hit the car will hit, the four people that get out of that particular car.
Yeah, that is the plan.
Yeah. Iola.
Basically, to Iola, Kyle just cracks his neck and buckle up.
Remember, you have
And
to
she
growl at
will
some
do
point.
just that.
This is your pilot
Kyle.
speaking. Shit's about to get real.
Now,
Remember,
where
Kyle,
is
you have to
Shiloh-
growl
how
at
is-
some point.
Where is Shiloh and how is he strapped in?
You know those those basically like harness leashes that like clip into the seatbelt stuff?
Okay.
Basically that.
I thought you were gonna have him in a car seat.
Not full restraint, but enough where he won't be going everywhere.
Enough that he won't go flying through the windshield.
Yeah.
Just gonna hang him. It's fine.
Well, that and it's attached to this like complete suit of armor that he's wearing. So all of that force will be distributed across the entire body as opposed to just like, a leash or something.
Mhm.
All right. All right, so Egidio, what are you doing? I mean, with the melting into shadows, we're kind of thinking Nick's around.
Yep. Egidio is going to watch this car just fucking plow into them.
You know what Kyle's truck looks like.
I know what it looks like. I'm just saying, this just like in bullet time, this truck just goes. And he's like, he looks at his bag. He's like, oh, never mind. And he pulls out his pistol, and he'll take pot shots at the ones that jump over to his side.
Okay. All right, give me your driving roll, Kyle. As the guys behind the thing, you're going to try to jump out of the way or avoid being hit.
Cool. What end drive?
Let's go with... Look at the stats. All right, that one's social. Resolve and drive.
Let's go.
Because your instinct's telling you not to plow into something.
Cool. I will rouse my resolve. I should not get hungrier. Neat. That's a critical success. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Alright, so you got a total of 7.
Plus whatever the damage for vehicle is.
Which, this is at least the second time that has come up.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so that's 7.
I think we said it was like, what, a +3? Since it's, a big-ass truck.
And armored.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Downside is very, very bad gas mileage.
Yeah.
Alright, so the first guy got 1, 2, 3, 4 successes.
6 damage.
So that'd be 6 damage from truck.
But because of what he rolled in his hunger dice, it's a critical failure.
Ooh.
Well, all right then.
So when you're plowing at it, he comes up and just starts kind of firing his thing, and he's like starts to step around the front.
Mhm.
So when you hit it, it does, because that's where the two vehicles are closest. It does actually like pin him between the two vehicles.
Yay!
Where they were a little bit distant, now they're like making a little pyramid or whatever, and he's pinned between the two.
Yeah.
That's just a question I was going to ask.
That guy got 3.
I mean, it works.
So 1 got 4 and failed. 1 got 3 and failed. Ugh, 1 got 2 and failed. None of these guys are rolling as well as they should be. Okay, so I rolled for all 4 of them, and it literally went 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay.
Or critical failure 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, well,
So what I'm hearing is Kyle just went, "Let's plow the road."
Alright, so 7 successes, plus 3 damage for the damage to the truck.
Mm-hmm.
So that guy takes 6, that one takes 7, this one takes 8, and that one takes 9.
Damn.
Alright, so 3 of them go flying. Like the one guy gets pinned, the other 3 kind of go
Mhm.
flying back, landing on their butts in various states of damage.
Yeah.
Now, of course, the damage I'm rattling off is all half
Superficial.
because they're vampires.
Yeah.
But still, they look kind of rough. And the one guy that's pinned, I'm gonna make for his failure. I'm gonna make him make a frenzy roll.
Or frenzy. Whoever jumped closest, like towards on a JDO's half of where him and Miles are, he's gonna fill him full of fire. Pop, pop, pop.
All right, and he goes into frenzy.
Oh shit!
For all the good it's doing, because he's pinned, he's screaming, he's smashing on the. In his frenzy, though, he has dropped the weapon, which is his gun, which is the only thing that he could actually use to reach out and touch somebody.
Would you say
you were shooting who now?
Whoever jumped towards, like, because I imagine they jump out of the way or whatever.
They tried,
so anyone
but they all still managed to get clipped.
Sure. Yeah, people get clipped, but whatever's closest to Gidio is just gonna go, just breach and clear. So Kyle breached, he's clearing.
All right, give me a roll.
I'm gonna rouse my dexterity. I get hungrier. It's worth it.
Kyle rolled on in and went, "Yo."
Yeah. 1, 2, 4, 1, 3. That's gonna be 1, 2, 3 successes. Just a pop.
All right, what kind of gun you got? Or what's the bonus?
Actually, hang on. I'm gonna re-roll 3.
Okay.
That was rather low for the amount of dice I had.
So what'd you get for not using the dice roller? The dice roller.
Yeah. All right, that's one more success. So what did I say? 3. So 4 successes. And I'm using it was a +3, but it's ag.
Okay.
I imagine he doesn't get to defend.
I'm going to let him defend. But he's been knocked prone, so we'll take 2 off for that. And but he'd already taken an action.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, never mind.
There's an action economy.
We'll say he doesn't then.
So that's what is that? 4
That's
plus
7
3
ag.
is
7
7
ag.
ag.
Effectively.
Yeah.
To somebody that had already taken basically 4. Well, that was an ag though.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that guy goes down or stays down.
And then Egidio will fire that, and then like do I think Miles is maybe seeing this for the first time. Egidio's like actual combat hardiness, where he does that and he like does a roll and gets back into cover. The shadows go around him again.
Iola, the truck has slammed to a halt.
Mm-hmm.
You see one guy pinned. You see 3 guys go flying back, and then you see some incendiary rounds because you can just make out a little bit of the light from the heat. Plow into one of them, and he goes still. So you got 2 guys. You got a pinned guy, 2 laid down, and then the 4 from the other vehicle are like all turning around towards the truck.
You said just one other is turning around, or how many?
The 4 from the other vehicle are turning around and bringing their
4
weapons.
from the other vehicle. Okay.
Yeah, there were 2 vehicles worth of people.
Kyle still doesn't have the grenades, does he?
Yeah, he got them, but he didn't bring them with him.
Damn.
You don't just keep them in the glove box?
No.
Coward.
All of that stuff stays in his hidden armory, which is in his haven. He wasn't expecting to wake up and say, there's a whole ass fight about to go down here. You know?
Okay. Does he have a spare gun in his vehicle then?
Yes, in his glove box.
Okay.
Has nobody gotten
Yeah.
Iola a gun yet?
I think Egidio
No.
did.
She's been borrowing guns.
I thought we got her a gun. We've picked
That-
up enough from bodies that we would have given her one.
Okay, well then she's gonna shoot.
Pop out the window. Pop.
All right, so are you rolling the window down and leaning out, or are you opening the door and then using the door for cover?
That opening
Okay.
the door using
Because
it for cover.
everybody, all of you know that Kyle's got his vehicle armored up.
So what is it? Firearms and dexterity?
Yes. You can also hear gunfire going off inside the mall.
What's the pass again?
Huh?
Oh,
What?
if you're using numbered dice, it's 6 or higher.
Oh.
Yes. 5 successes.
Okay.
Ooh.
And were you shooting one of the guys turning around and bringing their guns up?
Yes.
Okay. So that guy will try to dodge then. He gets 3 successes. So it is 2 successes. We'll say you've got one of the heavy guns, so plus 3. So that's 5. I think all of you have incendiary ammo. So he takes 5 ag. He is not a happy camper. But, yeah, he's still alive. Or he's still up, anyway. And then they... let's see. One of them shooting at Kyle.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3 successes.
Okay, what kind of dice pool am I looking at for this? Or is he just like shooting the truck?
He's trying to shoot you through the windshield.
Okay. Makes sense.
So you could roll dexterity, athletics to dodge, which in the truck really just means you duck down, behind or below the dash.
Okay, dexterity and okay. Cool. Come back here. Alright, I'm gonna rouse Dex. Don't get hungrier. Cool. 1, 2, 3.
Alright, I said he had 2 successes, I believe.
I think so.
So yeah, you duck down, it's definitely dragon breath rounds.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it hits the windshield. It does a little damage to the windshield, but nothing.
Yeah.
Scorches a little
Nothing
bit.
too drastic. Yeah, it's more of a scorch, really.
Yeah.
So that was one of the ones standing. The next one shoots at Iola. 2 successes. You gonna try to dodge, Iola?
Yeah.
Okay. Dexterity
What
athletics.
was dexterity athletics? Okay. Six successes.
Okay, you definitely beat him. You just sort of squat down behind the door, and you hear the door take the shot.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. There's 2 more there. One more is going to fire at Iola. That's 1, and then he rolled 3 10s, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's 7 coming at you.
Oof. Do I roll again or no?
Yeah, go ahead and roll
I
again.
don't remember. Seven successes.
Holy shit.
All right, so meter beat. You're just hunkered down behind that door. The 4th one is going to shoot at Miles.
Can't see me.
Yeah, but he was looking that direction because you shot.
It's fair.
All right, so that is 5 successes for him. Ordered stats.
Mosquito
That is
out in this room. That's annoying.
There's Miles. Dex. Okay. All right, so Miles kind of, he takes a hit in the shoulder. He kind of screams and pulls back. And you do where you're standing, you can see, he got hit in the shoulder, and it's,
I feel like I would have seen it light up a little bit.
yeah, it's a bad, it's a bad burn because they're not firing just the little incinerator rounds like y'all. They're doing the full dragon breath.
Mm.
Luckily, it was not a good shot. However, that does
I imagine that brings up racetrack.
Yep. Frenzy provocation. Being burned. Too difficulty.
Come on, buddy, you got this.
And he rolls his
Unspent willpower and what is it? Third humanity.
I believe it's the third is humanity. And
Weirdest fucking
random
measurement ever.
generator here apparently did not list his humanity.
It's by default. What, 7?
Depending on age, yeah.
Yeah, we'll say he's a 6 then. So.
And
Couple
what
extra
kind
dots.
of... Well, yeah, Ancilla, they start at 6. That's why Samuel was at Humanity 6. Is because of his age.
And he got a success on all of his dice, so he is fine. I mean, he's hurting, but he's not freaking out about it.
Yep.
This ain't his first rodeo.
Yeah.
Oh, but he pulls back around the corner. And it's like, tearing the shirt off and, making sure he's not on fire.
Yeah. And are we flipping to another round?
Let's see, the two guys that are knocked down and not dead are scrambling up and like running back behind the other vehicle, getting some cover from all y'all. Emma, as you are running out the door to run across the parking lot, give me wits awareness.
Heightened sense is still on. Wits awareness. So 5.
That is sufficient. You're heading to the door, and you just notice the door start to swing open as you start to get close to it.
She starts shooting where the
Just
wherever there's a NOS would be. She's gonna start. She starts blasting.
All right.
Not our NOS, the other NOS.
There's also a Walter in there too, fortunately.
The door starts to open, and she spins around and starts firing at Walter in the corner.
Should have known all along. Cat.
Dexterity firearms.
Yes. It's not the NPCs you had to worry about betraying you this time. It was the PCs.
Four.
All right. Well, you're catching this guy completely by surprise. So he's not going to get to defend. Are you using one of the heavy handguns, or?
Considering it's opening and invisible, she would have gone for the one with incendiary. So yes, the heavy one.
Okay.
Which is
plus 3.
Plus 4.
Plus 4.
4.
Oh,
for the heavy.
Plus 4. Yep.
Yep.
So 4 plus 4.
8 add.
That is 8. It is incinerary.
Flaming
Really
outline
hope
just hits.
I really hope I didn't just hit rat.
Fingers crossed.
I guess we'll find out.
Ooh,
Hope you hit
this
the
guy
were-coyote.
does not have a whole lot of
You come into my house invisible. I mean, in a time of when the vehicle just hit them all over there, you're taking your life in your own hands. Or Unlife, as it were.
So yeah, your shots just plowed right through the window of the building of the door. Because like I said, he was just you just noticed it start to move like you would have reached out and it would have hit your hand. Like have you ever gone into a restroom and you're reaching for the handle and somebody pushes the door open from the other side?
Yeah.
That sort of thing was what was about to happen. But you realize in time that you yank your hand back and just start firing. Suddenly there's a NOS standing there with a very surprised look on his face.
It's not a NOS I know, correct?
No.
Fantastic.
Always one in the room.
And you know,
Mhm.
your intention was to aim center mass, but you realize you aimed a little high, and you've hit him just right on the bridge of the nose, between the eyes,
God.
She's okay with that.
and he just sort of pinwheels back and falls flat.
Double tap.
Any
He's
kind
not
of
moving,
movement?
but you hear another voice. You hear a voice out there, basically go, "Oh shit!"
Double taps the one on the ground, and she will look around to try and catch the other one, calling back to Walter. Walter, we got friends.
And Walter, you heard all this gunfire.
Heavy pistol. You're hearing that.
As
On
the
the
guy
other side of the
shouting
wall.
profanity out front, you see him fade into view.
If she can
Because
get
he made
another
too much
shot off?
noise. Not this round.
Okay.
But anyway, you do have the thought that you know, him reacting so loudly dropped his obfuscate. That was a rookie mistake.
Yeah.
Walter would be better than that.
Who trained this guy?
Walter, you hear the shot. You know, Emma kind of run through the door. 2 more shots as she double taps the guy.
Right.
Don't
Alright.
come
So
to
you
our
can run
house.
out and help her, or you can go, she's got it. And you can be offering tactical advice to people. Just whatever you want to do.
I did a
That's
roll.
fine.
You know, Walter's not gonna miss a chance to clock somebody by surprise. But
Considering
basically, go ahead.
Considering she shot through the door, he'd be able to get outside without opening a door.
This is also true. uh, basically, as soon as Walter hears that, he'll just kind of whisper to himself, "Looks like I have more work to do besides this," and he'll obfuscate and try to advance around Emma to go for the rookie. Now, whether or not I can connect and actually hit him, I'll leave that to you, or we can wait for another round.
No, I'd say you get up with speed. You're obfuscating, you stand up and you just run. The office is not that big. The glass is basically blown out, you know, because it's safety glass. Once it was shot through, it just all kind of crumbled. Emma's standing over a pretty dead-looking Nosferatu, and there's another one looking surprised, you know, a few feet from her. So you can plow through the door if you want to.
Oh yeah, just get that wonderful surprise, just like,
What?
yes, you thought you were the only Nos in the room. However, I beg to differ. Oh, right.
Not only is there always a Nos in the room, there's always another Nos in the room.
Let me do another rouse check for that potence ability. All right, we're good there. All right, fantastic. And so what? Gonna be a strength brawl for this?
Yes.
Correct, sir. All right. 3, 4, 7 total. 5, 6, and 7. Good old dice ASMR for you folks. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh wait, you're stealth, dark. He does not see this coming. Never mind. He doesn't get to roll, which is a shame because he rolled really good.
I actually got 6 out of my 7.
Nice.
Ooh.
All right, so that is 6
To the window.
successes. Does your potence add anything to that?
It does not add
Damage.
anything to the roll, just damage. It'll just add
So
since
it's
my
9
current.
damage, right?
Well, it'll add 3 to the current score because that's how high my potence is currently.
Gotcha.
Mhm.
So whatever it counter roll against him, there'll be a 3 added.
Well, he didn't get to defend, so he takes 9. Now this is just blunt damage though, so it gets halved. Is it half round down or half round up?
Well,
That's on
what
you,
about?
buddy.
Hold on.
So round up.
Okay.
What?
Well,
All right,
no.
so he takes.
For damage, like received, I think it rounds down. Whichever one is, you take more if you have to round it.
Okay. So he has taken 5 subdual, or whatever it's called.
Mhm.
So yeah, you clocking him pretty good. And that is everybody has gotten to go. Wow, all that was first round. Man.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's less. It's not 6 seconds of combat like D&D is. It's whatever needs to be.
That's true. That's true. And there are a lot of you.
Yeah.
So coming back around to the guys at the mall, which one of
Mhm.
you'd like to go first?
And Egidio, like, I want to have it where there's a guy shooting towards us that clipped Miles. So I want to wait for that guy to come back down. Take the time. He's pretty fast. He's got currently at 6 in dexterity. So I want to slide, grab the shotgun that the other guy had that Egidio killed. Wait for the guy to come back up, and then boom, up close.
Okay. So basically, you just go sprinting around the corner.
Specifically timing it for the guy going down from cover, going back into cover.
I got you.
Yeah.
And
then just using the shotgun.
So
Wait
you
for him
run
to come
up.
back up.
You run up past Kyle's truck, right by Iola.
Mm-hmm. Hello.
Up to basically up to their car that Kyle ran into.
Yep.
Where that guy got knocked down, you reach down and grab his shotgun. So you're standing kind of between those. Think of those cars in kind of an A-frame now.
Yep.
You're standing kind of down there.
And as soon as he comes back from cover, boom.
Because you've got 4 guys have ducked behind that car,
and
you've got 2 guys laying on the ground here. No,
well, how far out was the guy who got deaded?
In the A-frame, he was about in the middle because he got hit by the truck and knocked back.
Shit.
And then you shot him as he was getting down. So.
Yeah. Okay. Then never mind. Then I thought he was a little further towards me. That's my bad.
No, he had not moved towards you.
Okay. All right. Then yeah, I'll still wait for someone to come back from cover, but I'm gonna be cloaked and in a different position from where I was, and just like popping them.
All right. So the 2 that Kyle had knocked down that are still functioning had gotten up and run behind the car.
Yep.
The 4 standing in front of that car are still just standing. So there's 4 guys standing out in the open as you run and grab this gun.
Who shot at? Which one shot at Miles?
We'll say the one on the end closest to you.
Okay, I'll fire at that one.
Okay. Because you were also kind of in the open to all of them. So. Oh, that probably means I need to look at Dragon Breath because you're using their weapon.
That is a crit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 successes.
Dragon Breath adds no extra
damage. It just
damage.
makes it add.
Oh, okay.
I think
a shotgun is +4, so. Or like.
Yeah, but
the shotguns I think they're using.
I want to say it does something different with. Hold on. Dragon Breath. Dragon Breath shells has no damage bonus, so you don't get the shotgun damage bonus. But it turns the damage into aggravated versus vampires and instantly set what they hit on fire, doing a point of aggravated damage per round to the target until put out.
I'd still get the shotgun bonus, wouldn't I?
With factory shells, a total failure on the attack roll jams the shotgun.
Gotcha.
So.
So it's just your successes, but it's aggravated. So we may have made the incendiary as a little 2-step.
But yeah, Egidio is just in a different position and just fires his weapon. And then I keep, seemingly blinking in different directions. Even though he's just quiet and running in a different direction every time.
What they're seeing is you duck into a shadow, and then the next time you step out to shoot, you're stepping out of a different. It's like you're appearing out of a different shadow.
Yes. And I got 6 successes.
All right. Well, he's gonna try to get out of the way of that for sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, and another skull.
Mm.
So he fails utterly.
Right between the
Ruh-roh.
eyes.
All right. So you said 6. You said you got 6.
6 plus 3.
All right. And this was the one that shot at Miles.
This is just the one he uses since it's all aggravated.
Somebody already had 5 on them. Who was that one? Okay, I think this was the same one that Iola was shooting at, so he goes down.
Okay.
Kyle, what are you doing?
Hmm. Hmm. Is there one still wounded? I believe there is, if I've been keeping track of it correctly. I think 3
The
are
2
down.
that were knocked down have run behind the other car, getting cover.
Okay.
The
Understood.
one that's pinned is still pinned, and then the 4 from the second car is still just standing out, in front of the car with no cover.
Understood. Okay. Right. He will step out, draw his pistol, and he'll shoot one of the ones with no cover. And tell Shiloh to kill as he sort of gestures to the one pinned by the car.
Shiloh's been gnawing at his restraint.
Lets him out. Alright, so let's see, this would be dexterity firearms.
Yes.
Okay.
And who are you shooting?
One of the ones without cover.
Okay.
As he's going to take cover himself behind the flipped vehicle, basically.
Okay. Well, he got 1 success.
I got 2.
And your gun's bonus is what?
+4. And it is not loaded with incendiary.
Okay.
So.
That's 5, half, so he takes 2.
Mm-hmm.
And you said Shiloh was attacking who?
The one that was pinned.
Okay.
So this would be roll. Just need the regular dice. Because Shiloh has no hunger dice.
No, he does not. We'll give this guy a penalty. Because his arms are free, but he's, very limited in his mobility.
Yeah. Shiloh crit. So that's 5.
Alright, this guy got 2.
And since he is biting, it's +1 to the damage.
Okay, so that's 4 damage. Half, so the first guy takes 2 to the 3 he already had.
Mm-hmm.
So he's at 5. So it hasn't quite flipped to aggravated. Double check that. Yeah, it has not quite flipped to aggravated yet.
Okay.
Getting close, though.
Mm-hmm.
Iola.
Yes.
Your turn. There's 4 guys standing out in the open. Or, excuse me, there's 3 guys now standing out in the open.
Okay, I rolled just to have it ready.
Oh, okay. What'd you get?
7 successes.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. 1. Your pistol, 5. Are you shooting the same one that GDO shot or a different one?
One I shot is dead, I thought.
Wait, who did 2 damage? Or did Kyle do damage to somebody? Kyle did damage to
Kyle
somebody.
Kyle did. Yeah.
Basically, are you concentrating fire or are you picking off a fresh one?
Concentrated fire to get them down faster.
Okay. So that's 5 with his 2. That's 7. So another one goes down. Let's see, that's covered everybody. All right. So for my in Miles' case, I'm gonna say he spends this since the Dragon's Wrath are supposed to set you on fire. He's gonna spend this round getting that put out. Right, so yeah, he's flopping around. He's okay. I mean, he's burned, but relatively okay.
Yeah.
Now over to Emma and Walter in front of the office. Which one of you would like to go first?
She'll let Walter go first.
All right, Walter. You of course became visible when you clocked this guy.
Oh yeah, he knows. But he got the element of surprise, which is what he wanted. He's just going to try and
holy crap, you're huge.
Yeah, I'm not so gifted like the rest of you in terms of looks, but anyway.
Punch.
Basically, he's just going to, again, turn around and try to clock him. This time, try to punch him well enough to where if he could potentially get in like a good open spot for Emma to shoot with a little effort, that'd be great. But we'll see how that goes.
Okay.
That good old dice ASMR. Ooh, that rolled into a 10, you dirty thing. Let's see, so that's 1, 2, 5. 5 successes.
He got 2.
Alright, so total of 6 damage. Which, of course, is half, so 3. Since it's just unarmed.
Alright. That has flipped over into aggravated. So, he's still up. He's still active. But you have basically just collapsed in like the side of his head. I mean, it looks rough. It's not something a mortal would survive. But that's what it looks like when, just good old punches to the face start getting into the aggravated, level.
Is his mincemeat face facing Emma?
Yeah, kind of over, well, not over Walter's shoulder, under Walter's shoulder, I guess. Yeah, you can see that face. His one good eye has this pleading look in it.
I am going to rouse charisma. Don't get any hungrier. Compel, kneel.
All right. And he rolls his what to defend against that?
Compel is charisma, dominate, intelligence, resolve.
Intelligence. Oh, he's actually quite smart.
Remember, I just gotta hit you once, Dex Nerd.
1, 2, 6. He has a total of 7. And that is with a crit.
Only a 6. Can she still get a shot off even though it didn't succeed?
Would you like to spend some willpower to reroll anything?
You know what? Sure, why not? It's only a dice, but we'll take that chance.
Do it.
The dice gods say yes.
All right, tides go to the player. He kneels.
And she pops him in the head.
Okay, you just walk up and okay.
Emma's angry.
We won't even make you roll for that because that's you only need to do 3 or 4, and you do that almost automatically. So yeah, incinerate around right through his head. He just flops over.
Walter, if you could please secure these bodies inside just in case people get ideas. And let's go make some friends.
Fair enough. Though, would you like for me to try to give any tactical information to the group, or just continue as backup with you?
I think everything's happening inside the mall right now, and we don't have eyes there.
Fair enough. I'll secure the bodies. See you in a moment.
And you hear a lot of gunfire from down at the mall.
She's power walking to the mall.
I mean, if you wait just a few moments, he can just princess cure you and leap.
Well, I imagine she like starts walking. You like come back and just grab her like scruff of the neck and just grasshopper.
Oh no, he would be a little bit more gently, just alley oop, and then
Tactical nos from the sky.
tactical nos with pissed off healer.
The medic is angry. Let's go.
Or is the medic really
I'm a
warrior?
healer, but
Yeah, pretty much she's at the I'm a healer but phase right now. I'm a doctor, but
I mean,
Mhm.
if there's anything I've learned from military people, you don't mess with Doc, and y'all have messed with the Doc.
mm-hmm.
Yep.
Grunts have one fuck to give, and it's for Doc. Grenades immediately get blooped. Before you realize what a mistake you made, you're already getting flanked. Times like this is when a spoon becomes a deadly weapon.
got a vampire meleeing with a spoon. That'd be fun.
All right, so you start power walking. Walter just kind of chunks the bodies into the back room right quick. Comes running out, scoops you up, and boom.
The broom closet looks like a good spot. Yeet.
Mm-hmm.
Back over to the mall.
Shiloh's gonna keep gnawing on this guy
All right, let him know on this guy.
since that was the command he was given.
This guy's, of course, fighting back.
Mm-hmm.
2 successes and a skull.
Well, Shiloh got 2 successes.
Ties go to the
So-
player, but this is an NPC.
Could be considered an extension of the player.
Well, it is on the player sheet. It is like an ability of his, sort of. Okay.
Kind of like an NPC in the same way that like Kincaid and
So the bite gives him
all
a
them are
+1
NPCs.
damage.
Yeah, so he just does 1
He
damage.
does 1 damage. Halve. You can't halve to 0, so.
Mhm.
So he takes 1 more. He is not. He is not quite flipped to aggravated, but he's looking tore up. He looks like he's been mauled by a dog in addition to whatever the card did to him.
Mm-hmm.
Iola.
Yes.
Oh, I just realized I forgot to have those 4 guys stand out in front of the car actually do anything last round.
Surprised?
fine.
I'm just gonna say they took the damage y'all the shots y'all sent their way and just scrambled
Mhm.
over the car where those other 2 guys were to try to get some cover.
Fair.
Yeah, but they're like popping up to shoot, so you have the
Mhm.
option of shooting at them because they'll be shooting at you.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Anyway, Iola, what are you doing?
Shooting.
Okay. You're shooting at one of them. One of them is shooting at you. Let's see who actually gets the shot off.
5 successes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Thanks to a
Damn.
crit. So he's using the shotgun, so it does no extra damage. So it's 1 aggravated. And it sets you on fire.
Okay.
Oh wait,
I make
what does the armor on the door do?
I'd
Well-
imagine it'd function as cover.
Let me see. Would that have given her extra dice, or what would that have done?
1 second.
Cover page 302.
Mm-hmm.
This would be hardcover,
Yeah.
or would it be entrenchment? Hardcover is
I don't
an
think-
engine block or a corner of a concrete building.
Yeah.
Okay, I see that we've been doing it wrong. Dodging gunfire. There should be a -2 if you have no cover, and a -1 if you've only got like bushes or small trees,
Okay.
versus a rifle caliber bullet.
Yeah.
Since we've been doing it wrong, I'll go ahead and just let her have a +1
Mm-hmm.
this round. So the door winds up actually taking the damage.
Mm-hmm.
wait.
Oh yeah, stationary target lacks a defense pool, instead defending with a static difficulty 1. Huh. Okay.
Which makes sense. Bullets are hard to dodge.
Hmm.
That was Iola. Shallow went. Iola went. Egidio.
8. Egidio will pop up from another section and pop. Actually, no, he's not going to do that. He will find a hiding spot, send a text to Miles and say, "You got this." He needs to get into the mall, so he's going to try to sneak through.
Okay, no problem. Yeah, where you were at, you could actually just back up into the mall.
Yeah, I was going to say, I imagine an active gunfight as well as other stuff going on right now. They're pretty distracted, so I'm just going to
The
slip in
sprinkler
and-
system is owned in the mall.
That's fine.
It's holy water.
They don't have holy water. They can't afford it. So I want to come in and look and see, kind of follow the path of destruction, really, to see where the fuck these people went.
You see where they were like firing into the walls, probably trying to start a fire. A few of those, shots are still kind of smoldering, but the sprinklers seem to be taking care of it.
Yep.
You hear engines revving and gunfire further down.
I will head further down, and I will head further down as quietly as I can.
With all the noise, it's not at all hard to be fairly
I
silent.
didn't think it was. My intent is to get the jump on somebody when I get over there.
So you're heading down towards the carousel.
Headed down towards the carousel. Yeah.
All right. Well, that's going to be your action because
Yeah, that's fine.
you're in a mall. It takes you a little while to run half the length of it.
Yeah.
Mm.
With my go bag.
Let's see. Kyle, we had Shiloh go. Did Kyle take a shot?
Not yet. Said those 4 made it to a defense.
Yes, they all dove behind the vehicle. But like I said, they are popping up to shoot as well, so
Right.
they've just got covers all.
Yeah, so's Kyle. How badly damaged is this door? Or the car? Is like one of the doors kind of wonky?
You it was at a slight angle to you, but you more or less T-boned this thing.
Mhm.
So it didn't flip over. You just rammed into it. It skid, knocking the rest of the guys around and pinning that one dude.
Okay.
But you could definitely come out from behind your door and drop down, in front of the car, or on one side of the car.
Egidio, you took the shotgun of the guy that Kyle pinned, yes?
Yeah, I would have.
Okay. One of the others were also using shotguns, correct?
Yes, all of these guys have had the shotgun.
Okay. He's gonna holster his pistol, grab one of the other two fallen guys' shotguns,
Okay.
and he's gonna, still from behind cover, fire at the guys in
Okay.
cover.
Yeah, where you're at, you can the guy that got pinned. You can grab his shotgun because it fell more or less on your side.
Okay. All right. Still Dex firearms.
Yes.
Okay.
This guy's returning fire at you.
Right.
You got 4 successes.
I only got 3.
Oh, in that case, he succeeded.
Mm-hmm.
So 1 aggravated, and you're
Okay.
on fire.
I am on fire.
There's probably a check you need to make about that.
Probably.
Difficulty 2.
Difficulty 2. It is willpower plus half humanity.
Unspent willpower plus
That's right.
plus a third humanity, I believe it was.
I did spend 1 willpower already, so it's 4. Plus 1/3 humanity, which would still be plus 3. And difficulty 2, you said?
Difficulty 2.
1, 2, 3.
Okay. You're on fire. This is bad. You feel a little panicky, but you're under control.
Okay.
Walter, where exactly were you jumping with Emma?
Judging by what intel he would remember, he would probably try to jump them onto a quiet or kind of a more of a quiet flank, so to speak, where there's not a lot of action going on, but they can kind of come around and flank if they needed to.
So where like Miles is basically at the front of the mall, hiding around the corner, and the fighting is kind of going on in the middle of that other side. You jump across the mall to the opposite corner, so you'll be coming in behind these guys, behind the cam guys.
Yes, sir. A little bit of hammer and anvil tactics.
All right, so you're landing behind him. Emma, you've now landed behind some guys. They've all got their back to you, taking cover behind the car. You see Kyle a little bit on fire.
We'll deal with that. But
Run into the mall when you're ready. It'll be fine.
I started blasting.
Okay, roll it.
I love it.
Let's go harm assist.
No, they don't know it's coming. They don't even get to roll.
Exactly. From where she's standing, quick glance, can she tell which one is most injured?
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
Cool. She's gonna go for the one least injured and just work her way down. Six. Plus the 4 damage.
And you said you were going for the one most injured or least injured?
She's gonna start at least injured and work her way down.
All right, the least injured one drops.
Fantastic.
Never saw it coming. Now everybody there is aware that you're there. Let's see. There is currently 3 of those guys left total. One of them is going to shoot at Kyle.
I've dropped 2.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Hang on a second. So out of 2 cars, there were 8 people. 1, 2, 3, 4 have been dropped, and then she just killed. Oh, she just killed an uninjured one. So I believe there's 3 left. I'm not counting the pin guy. Oh no, the pin guy is technically still alive, so he'd be one of them. So there's 2 left that that can actually do something. One's going to shoot at Kyle. One is going to shoot at Emma.
Okay.
Kyle first.
Mm-hmm.
You got 3.
Okay. What am I rolling to defend? Or am I?
You could roll
It's been a while.
Dex Athletics.
Dex Athletics. Okay. One, two, three, 4.
Okay. Other one is going to turn around and shoot at Emma. He got 2.
3.
You're good. All right. And that is everybody, I think.
Walter didn't get to go.
Oh, that's right. So Walter, you landed. Then what? You landed. You set Emma down. She just flat out smoked one. She seemed so, quasi non-violent when you first met her.
War can change a person.
I was gonna go with power corrupts, but either way.
That too. Unlike Emma, though, he's going to find the most injured.
Okay.
And if he is successful, basically you're going to see his 2 big miss, and he's just going to come up behind somebody and just
Right, give me a
try his best.
brawl. Strength brawl.
Ooh. 2 10s. Luckily, the one's not on the hunger dice. So, would have been 5 successes, but with the crit, that makes it 7? Or am I doing that wrong in math?
Well, you had to roll 2 10s to get a,
And
each of
I
those
did.
would count as 2.
Oh, so those count as 2.
Yeah. It requires 2 of them to be a crit, but each crit counts. Each 10 counts as 2.
Okay, well, I got 2 10s, and then I got a 7, 8, and 8.
So we got 7 total.
Yep.
All right. I'm going to deduct a couple of dice from this guy because he was crouched behind something. So him trying to, Emma shoots. He starts to turn around. He sees you running up on him. He's trying to stand up to dodge out of the way. So. And he gets 2 successes. So that is 5 plus how much for your potence?
3, so 8.
Yee.
But again, it's melee, so or unarmed, so it goes down.
That's half. This is one of the guys that already took 4 from getting hit by the car. So that puts him at 8. He is gone. In a torpor, this would not be final death territory.
Oh dang! He only had a health pool of 4.
Oh wait, no, I forgot. I forgot about having to go back around to aggravate it. I apologize. Basically, both sides of his face look like the guy you were punching earlier. Like you feel the skull crack a little bit under your hands, and he's all malformed when you pull your hands back.
Looks like an apple core.
It's a little more satisfying this time because this guy had been a pretty boy.
I mean,
maybe Ventru, maybe Toreador, who knows?
Walter don't care. He's making them in his image.
Oh, that's such a metal line to deliver as a Nos about to maul somebody.
just seeing the aftermath. Just seeing the aftermath of what he's done, it's just like, they're becoming me, and I love it to bits.
Walter becomes known as the sculptor. He sculpts his enemies like they're like clay.
Oh, you're making Shimizi after all.
Oh my!
It took me a second. I'm like, what? Oh, is it Mincy? Oh.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so it's been 3 rounds. The fight is clearly going your way. So the fight outside the mall, we'll say you wrap up without any further ado.
Yeah.
It's a little past 9:30, so we're gonna call it here. We'll start off next time venturing into the mall.
Gideo's like halfway there already.
Gideo was doing forward scout recon.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like I said, y'all wrap it up without any trouble, partly because the motorcycles come roaring into the parking lot where y'all's guys were converging, your security forces were converging on this spot, so they're getting here now.
Mm-hmm.
If they see them coming in, Emma will say, "Don't let them get us all here. Make sure nothing else is happening in the domain."
Yeah, Miles has put himself out. He's running it looking charred. Yeah, he tells you what would he call the NOS brigade? I guess he calls it the NOS brigade. They should be on the cameras letting us know if anything's going down somewhere else.
Fantastic.
All right, so
Let's go cause violence.
All right, so next week we will cause some more violence.
Yay!
Yay.
Hope y'all enjoyed it. I had fun. Hope anybody that came by and watched it enjoyed it. Anybody that comes by and watches it later, hope you join us next week. Hope our new follower, Carmageddon Canada, I hope you come back and see us again.
Yeah.
If anybody out there is looking for more games, check the schedule below. There are more games on Dire Bear. Mostly D&D 5e, I believe.
I think all D&D 5e except for us.
Yes, I think we're the token non 5e.
We're crunchy.
So yeah, I guess that's it. So we'll see y'all next week. And again, I was your storyteller for the evening, Jason. And within that was Sarah playing Emma, Eric playing Kyle, Jeremy playing Egidio, Rappy playing Iola, and Duba playing Walter. And we'll see you next week.